issue of whether the crime scene where Senzo Meyiwa was killed took center stage in court this morning. A written affidavit made by forensic officer Thabo Musia made in 2019 in relation to a case of defeating the ends of justice stated that the incident was reported 4 hours late. Musia told the court he believed there was no deliberate action to compromise the scene. For more on this, let's go to our reporter Slindelo Masigani, who is at the High Court in Pretoria, to give us more details. Slee, in terms of your understanding of this affidavit by Musia, there was a whole debate on whether or not he's saying it was contaminated, or is he saying there was a possibility of that?
Yeah, so I think here what we're finding is a case of language or jargon when it comes to what we understand to mean when a crime scene is contaminated and whether it is compromised. In the statement that Musia made in 2019 with reference to the defeating the ends of justice docket, that docket is labeled 375. He, at the end of his affidavit, says that there were many delays which took place prior to him actually arriving at the crime scene, and he believes that those delays may have compromised, using his words, the crime scene. But let's just take a listen to Musia actually reading out this affidavit.
On the 28th of October 2014, all forensic exhibits were handed by, I think I make a mistake here, were handed by hand at Pretoria FSL Ballistic and Biology Unit for analysis. The incident of a murder scene was reported 4 hours later, and the crime scene address was not yet known on the time it was reported to me. Instead, I was told to go to hospital. All the delays before reporting the matter to the relevant role players might have compromised the crime scene.
So, of course, Lee, this is sort of a positive for the defense, right, in terms of him saying that. And this is what they are trying to tell the court, that something went wrong in terms of the collection of evidence.
So this is what we're seeing with the defense starting to build their case, creating those loopholes around the evidence against their clients. So I think what's going to be interesting at this point is the defense trying to get Musia to concede to their belief that the crime scene was contaminated. Musia is still maintaining that he doesn't believe the crime scene was contaminated when he arrived, given what he saw and what he recorded, saying that he doesn't believe there was a deliberate action to compromise the crime scene. And this is despite him actually reading his own words from his own affidavit in connection with another docket relating to this matter, where he does say the crime scene was compromised, but the words that Defo has been using is contaminated. And I think this is where they disagree in terms of the meanings of these words. So Defo, of course, is still cross-examining Musia, but let's take a listen to what he had to say earlier on.
After you read this statement, do you have a change of mind or not today, insofar as the allegation of contamination of the scene is concerned?
Do I have the same change?
Did you change your mind?
No, I don't have any change of mind regarding the crime scene, my lord.
You still don't suspect that the crime scene has been compromised?
I think, to my understanding, whenever I was mentioning compromise, I was...
Compromise, synonymous to that compromise is contamination.
According to me, to compromise, I think, is the disturbances that might arise, or any thing that might happen in the crime scene that might disturb, not deliberately.
All right. right, Lee, just very quickly, I see court is almost in session. Is the judge back? Should we just let you go quickly?
Yeah.
All right, I think
Yeah,
Judge Maumela is back, so let's Lee go there. She has to go back to court in terms of the continuation of that trial against 5 accused of killing Senzo Meyiwa, a football player, football star really in South Africa. We'll take you